Finding the hypotenuse and reference angle of a right triangle. Example 1. We're starting off with 5 meters east and then 3 meters north. So we draw it out. It's ideally it's something to scale, but doesn't have to be perfect. Here is the resultant vector, which we know is going to be the hypotenuse of the triangle. So this is the 5 meters, and then this is the 3 meters. So we should be pretty familiar with this already. We're going to be using the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now in physics terms, we would be saying x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So plugging in, that's 5 meters squared plus 3 meters squared equals r squared. We'll have to tap that into our calculators because I cannot do that in my head. Tap. R equals 5.83 meters. Now, with significant digits, it's probably just should be 1 sig fig, but I will use 2. That would be 5.8 meters. That is the magnitude of this guy here. I also will need to calculate the angle. And to use the angle, I will need to look at, I have the y component and the x component, or the opposite and the adjacent. That means I'm going to use tangent functions. So tan of theta equals the opposite over the adjacent, op over adjacent, or in this case, I'm going to be referring to it as y over x. Now, I don't want tangent of theta. I want just plain theta. So in order to get rid of the tangent, I cannot simply divide by tangent because tangent is a function. What I can do instead is take what's called the arc tangent. The arc tangent is kind of the reverse function of the tangent. So I'm going to have theta equals the arc tangent, sometimes shown as tan to the minus 1, of y divided by x. If we tap that into our calculator, if you have, most people have the TI style, so that would be second tan, and it would come out looking like this, second tan. And then we would tap in our numbers, 3 divided by 5, so that's y divided by x. And you can close parentheses, you don't have to. And then theta equals 30.96 degrees. Once again, thinking of sig figs, let's just say 31 degrees. So my final answer is 5.8 meters at 31 degrees.